Hello, everyone. I just wanted to come and say a couple words of where I'm at and where I've been the last couple of days. These months has changed me. And I'm truly not ready, but I'm being made ready. There's no words that I can put out to explain or describe what these months have been like. And I thought I'm going to try, though. Because I've told you that every thought that any of you have had, all the confusion, all the troubles, everything that you have went through, I've been there. Your worst thought that you think that you've ever had, what's troubled you most, I've had it. And I know in the next, days, because I just started coming to grips yesterday, but the next days, I think my grounding will be sure. Well, it is sure, but there's no explaining. See, bear with me, please. All the tossing of the scriptures and all the listening to this and this, everything that's been put in you. Well, I guess I'll use myself because I know there's many of us who have suffered the same things. If not all of us, if they're those who are not like myself and others like myself, I don't understand these yet. I don't try anymore to understand. I let the understanding be given to me. But when it's this work in me began, the understanding and so much more to the experience in the last couple of years. I've had other experiences. I've just seen things, been given things that I don't quite understand yet. But these last months, this is the hardest part because it's the working of the Spirit. It is not something that I can do. It is not something we can do. And when it happens, because we do not understand all things, it is an experience to go through. Like I've told you how the scripture would open. And I know now it was always the wrong understanding, all the false understanding and interpretations that had been filled in me, in us, for so long. And there's much more to say about everything. I'm just trying to break it down a little bit. It is these that have warred this whole time. It is the carnal that is warred with the Spirit the whole time. So now, in these months, the Father, just everything being revealed to me. One scripture would unlock in my mind. And in these seconds, and I know I've said it, but I want to tell you, bring you to where I am now. In these moments, that one scripture, automatically, it's how Scripture interprets Scripture. The truly how Scripture interprets Scripture. When it unfolds in that understanding and meaning of the true understanding and meaning given to you, automatically your mind sees this other scripture and it's unlocked. And with that, and then in these moments, all these scriptures unlock and fit together. It is a working of the Spirit. I can't put into words. Sometimes it would be given more to me. And, then there's little days, then there would be days that I just, while this is happening, like I said, I'm not the one that understands. I'm not the one doing this work. It was just happening to me and with me. And maybe when, as I go on, when I can really ponder because it's so much at one time. So much working that all I could do was take it in and take it in. And, but there was like when things would be given, I always knew that there was more I needed to know. And I've said this before, I had to understand Ollie fully before I could speak anything, because if I would say this thing, then someone might bring up, well, what about this? And then until I had the answer and the scriptures fully understood, I didn't want to bring anything. I didn't want to speak anything. I'm seeing, and that's bringing me to where I have been, because I understood and I realized as the truth was showed, that was one more, the lies was diminishing. And so, and as truth is given to me, no more, this lie no longer hindered me. So I was being flooded with truth, and the lies was being drowned out. And after so much of this, it's like just a few days ago when I became speechless. Then I'm like, did I do something wrong? I just was drawing a blank after so much, and so many comments I made and videos and so much given and that I wanted to give. It was just like, I guess it was, I don't know how to describe this moment, but I understood yesterday. I realized it was making me new. It was making my mind new. And it is a great working that when I no longer had all this hindering me, it's been clean from my mind. It's like a blank slate now. Now I have to use all that's been given to me in those moments of understanding. Now I have to have them placed rightly and add and let them grow rightly without this wrong interfering. So it is a great working of the Spirit, and I have to let. It's like bring me to a rational mind. All this confusion and darkness and lies and tossing, this is not rational. You cannot, and it isn't, you cannot be pleasing to the Father with all this going on inside of you. And you can't bring yourself to where I am today. This has to be done, a working of the Spirit to cleanse you. That you can be teachable. Because when you hold all this falseness aside, you cannot be teachable. So I understood now that it was just the cleansing. And it was a great cleansing. And I don't know what's next, I don't. But all I know is it's a great working. I think it's to establish me and bring me to where I need to be to finish learning and to be able to structure myself and my life in a pleasing way to do the works that the Father would have me do. And another thing that makes it so hard is because I know the minds out there. And please don't. See that mistake? I made that when I was 15 or 16. It's hideous. I hate it. But it's something I'll just have to live with, I guess. I know this is, and I know I've always known I would be an example. And that's why, when I try to speak, so that's another thing that hindered me from speaking as many things was given to me. Because you're thinking of all the minds out there, where everyone's at. I know everything that's in the minds and hearts of men. And so there was no way with this person this way thinking, and there was no way for me to know how to say it. If it was one-on-one with that certain person, that I understood what that person, then it would, it would be easy for me to relate and be able to say the right words. But there were so many out there that I didn't know that would take my words in many different ways because their minds wasn't prepared. And so now, that's kind of where I'm at. I hope some of that made sense. When everything that has been put into man and their understanding has been contrary, and what was I going? All the wrong and false understanding, it's just every little scripture not being seen for what was truly said. Which I will have more to say on that too, because I had the dilemma with the book, how many has thought, mark of the beast, it's the mark of the beast. But with the mind given to me, and my decision was to find what's good, and with the Spirit guiding me, I go to that book and I pull out what is right and true. So people get stuck up on, which I'll go into that later. I want to do a video on that. When you get stuck up, it's because you've only sought the bad. You've only looked, and you've let the evil consume you instead of conquering the evil with the good. So I chose to go to that book and pull out and dig out those pearls and those treasures. And I have found an abundance of treasure. And that's how I do my every day. It is in everything you do. Seek out what is good. Do not let the corrupt mind consume you. Because you will not find anything good when you let that corruption consume your thoughts. But that was kind of going off a little bit. I told you right now, I have just so much being poured has been given to me. And I am still learning, and I am still being made ready. So it's just a lot for little old me to digest and to come to understand why, I still have some questions, but what's Father's next step in my life? What will He reveal to me next? What is the next thing that, I will come to know, or just know it's a lot. I don't want to talk around in circles. But I do want to, when you have so much to give, and all the scriptures, but you can't give it at once. You can't give it at once. So I'm going to start with one book, and I'm thinking about Romans. And I know there's even some out there against Paul. I've had all the thoughts. There's nothing that any of you have thought that I haven't thought of. But because I chose to seek out good, again, I overcame the wrong darkness in the thoughts. So, I will go. And I will just begin to put the scriptures out. I can't give them all at once. I can just begin to and learn together, because I still have to learn. So I hope something made sense there. I know I'll be back soon. I have to do some things today. And I might make another little video before I go, because I have to go do taxes and all this stuff. But I did want to make a reply to Sister Catherine, a video she did today. It is about seeing things in a new light. It is about the darkness being past and being able to see the true light. And Father's work will be done. And that's all I'll say for now. Much love to you all. May Father bless you.